Okay, this is going to be a real quick video for the decode of this music video called Devils in the Detail by Talk and Tone. It came across my screen in between videos as a paid advertisement. As you can see, they only have 286 subscribers, but this video's received 48,000 views, probably because they've got this paid advertisement, and the algorithm is directing this advertisement toward a specific audience, you and me, truthers in these echo chambers, these truther circles. So the algorithm delivered us a goodie, and this is going to be an audience participation. I don't want to do too many spoilers. I want you guys to give me your interpretation. Because as it says right here in the description, sometimes it's best to use art to get your point across, especially if it's controversial. The music video communicates our vivid take on one of the world's hottest topics, and we hope it resonates with people who feel the same way. We'll go over the lyrics at the end. First, I want to show you a sequence of screenshots. So this is the first scene. It starts out like this with these eagle claws sticking up out of the flames. Do we go that way? We go this way. And then it says, "A lie told often enough becomes the truth." Vladimir Lenin. That's a quote by Vladimir Lenin. Here's the next scene. You notice that orange car over on the right. Orange is a very big theme throughout this music video. As you can see, he's decked out in orange, and they do some of this mirroring effect, and that kind of correlates with one of the lyrics. So his chauffeur hands him this mask to complete his costume. And that's his chauffeur. The one with the horns, this snazzy character right here. And they're in their limo, and they pull up on the coven, or the fraternity. It looks like mostly women here, except for that one up on the top. But it might be fraternity. Either way, it's kind of a secret society thing, and they all got the orange thing going, and they go out to where they're going to do this ceremony. And as you can see, even the master of ceremonies, the MC, the head of the show here, all pimped out in orange, he's even a puppet on strings. And they're all dancing around the fire, playing their instruments, singing the song. And he busts out the red, white, and blue eagle, takes it on over, and tosses it in the flames. And he's playing his guitar, and as you can see, it's orange as well. And then they start throwing all these documents in the fire. And you can see this one says classified, and then he writes a D, a capital D on it, as in declassified. And then throws it into the flames. And then the cops roll up, slam him on the hood, and haul him off. And his chauffeur's going, "Hey, what are you doing? Get back here. They just hauled off my buddy and took him to jail." And he walks over the fire, and this guy kind of goes poof and disappears. "Wherever law ends, tyranny begins," by John Locke. Apparently that's another quote. That's the thumbnail that they use for this music video. And now we're just going to go over the lyrics real quick, because they already told you there's a message in here that they're communicating. Truth in music. "You won't be onto me. I cover up so carefully. Yeah, you won't be onto me. But there are things about me that you'll never see. I wear a face round town. You'll never recognize me underground. With me you're safe and sound. So come around to the upside down. The devil's in the details. Even if your faith fails, the devil's in the details. Better check your emails. The train is gonna derail. The devil's in the details. I got your soul on sale. It wasn't much, just a shot of rail and a deep inhale. You're in the front row while I'm telling tales. It's a fable that never fails. You're oblivious behind the veil. I'm a serpent with the holy grail. I got you in my grip, but you don't feel the nails." Where are we at here? The devil's in the details. Even if your faith fails, better check your emails. The devil's in the details. This train is gonna derail. Devil's in the details. I'm in your veins, the infection in your brain. You know my name, and I'm glad you've gone insane. The devil's in the details. So, what's the message that they're communicating? Because they acknowledge that they're communicating something. Sometimes it's best to use art to get your point across, especially if it's controversial. This music video communicates our vivid take on one of the world's hottest topics, and we hope it resonates with people who feel the same way. So, I'm sure some of you have already caught on to the orange and are going to comment in the comment section about the gematria of the color orange. Orange man bad? What else can you see? So, the red, white, and blue eagle going up in flames simultaneously coincides with declassified. You know, like all those lies that were told often enough, they became the truth, and it all unravels when those secrets come out and those classified documents become declassified. And that's happening right now in the National Defense Authorization Act 2024. I was speaking before about a 6-month amnesty period that was going to be offered to people who would come forth with those details. But some of the wording was changed before that actually got passed. Like, they're not just going to give blanket amnesty to everyone. They're going to hold it as a carrot and offer it at their discretion to whom they choose. Amnesty to not be prosecuted for the things that you were part of. And so I'll just tell you that the orange gematria relates the color orange to the number 33, and that relates to the Free Bros. And I'll just leave it at that. I got some ideas, but I'd like to hear your guys' feedback, see what you think the message being communicated here is and how it relates to current events. And if you notice, the video itself only has 24 comments. I think I already mentioned this, but it's a very small channel, 286 subscribers. This video has 48,000 views because they turned it into a paid advertisement. And they only got 24 comments, so you can leave your comments about what you think the message being conveyed is here in their original video, because no one really says what they think. It's an amazing how y'all put a controversial take into a music video, loving the symbolism and the meaning behind it. Keep it up. What's the meaning behind it? What's the symbolism? What's the controversial topic you're even talking about? No one here even specifies with any sort of detail of their understanding of what the message is being conveyed. But this paid advertisement, which is why this channel with 286 subscribers got 48,000 views on this paid advertisement used the algorithms to direct this toward us. These little echo chambers in the truther circles. And I suspect they even paid a higher premium for that kind of advertising. Some products it makes sense just to send it out to random people. This product, they probably showed you, yeah, our algorithm can get this right to the demographic of audience you're trying to reach. Here's a list of 1,000. Pick 10 at your discretion, 10, and you'll see that these are all, you can check out their YouTube page and you'll see that they are the demographic, the truther, tinfoil hatters that you're trying to reach. And so they probably paid more to be able to get that targeted advertisement rather than just sent out to random people. I suspect that that's what's going on here, that they intentionally have a message here that pertains to the kind of stuff that us tinfoil hatters are talking about. And so let me know if this advertisement has come across your video feed in between videos, because I suspect we're the targeted audience, the primary market demographic for what it is they're selling here. And let me know what it is they're selling. Was this video made by the Free Bros? Are they anti-Free Bros? Because maybe the devil's in the details and this was made by some of the Free Bros that know that they're not all going the same place and it's not going the way they thought. The devil was in the details and things are about to unravel here. Because remember, This country, I almost said company, was created by the Free Bros. And maybe there's different divisions within the Free Bros. Some that adhere to the original mission statement and principles that it was all founded upon, and some that use their power and privileges that they had to pursue their own interests. And some went astray and started pursuing their own plan, and some stuck to the original plan of the founders. Because you got all these good truther Christians that say, love me some America, love me some founding fathers, hate those evil, wicked Free Bros. Here's a quick clip from a video Montegraph did recently titled Free Will and the Whole Soul, May God Be With Us All. Monty here made a video with about a 1-minute message sandwiched in between an hour and a half of bullshit. Doing his best jacked up truther impression. Reminds me of myself not too long ago. But here's the actual message that was embedded within the hour and a half of bullshit.
Scale, right? The B flat scale, right? What is the sound of the G? According to some, listen, the Masons got a bad rap. They sure did. The Masons, anybody that knew the Masons of way back when, I'm not talking the ones now, but the ones way back when during the Vietnam era, it was very proud to be a Mason because the Masons helped each other. If one of the Masons had a problem, then they would all chip in and they would help those families in Iowa and help those families in California or all over the world. Yes, they did, because they were a tight knit clan, and they've gotten a bad rap because you've been, once again, tricked, manipulated into thinking that they're all horrible. But here's the thing. The key to life is, in fact, geometry. Whoops. It sure is.
And this is right at the beginning of the video, the very first second. Notice what he's shuffling around over here on the desk. Got one. Oh, and another one with some checkerboard notebook. Now, some of you probably heard me say similar things, like how conflicted these truther patriot Christians are, who say, I love me some founding fathers and I love me some America. Hate me some Freemasons, they're evil. Even though all the founding fathers were Masons, and thus the country you live in is a product of those same Masons, and they know this. This isn't a secret to them. It's not something they don't know. It's cognitive dissonance. They separate the two things in their mind and believe two contradictory ideas and hold them both in their mind at the same time to be true. The Masons are evil, but all the founding fathers and the country they created was good. Here we're going to watch the first couple minutes of a video I made quite a while ago titled Santilli Telescope Proofs. Collective initiation, you're all Freemasons now.
I believe now more than ever that each of us are Freemasons, and that I am sharpening your stones as much as you're sharpening mine. And yesterday, Sterling Lee, a man I respect, posted something on one of my videos about, but when you really understand, James, we are all one. We are all one. And I'm not here to fight with Sterling. I'm not here to make him feel bad. I'm not here to win an argument. I'm here to sharpen your stone. And when you talk like that, when you say where we go one, we go all, and I know, Sterling, you're not a Q fan, I totally get it, but I want you to understand that when you adopt this philosophy that all is one, you are wasting the secretion of amnesia that God put so much time in so you could find yourself. and that we find ourselves constantly struggling to ground in who we are. And to hate the ego right now is exactly what keeps your mind like veal. Not saying you hate the ego, Sterling. But that yourself is going to be the hardest place to be, and it's going to be the only place that you will survive. And that the people that love you are the ones that are sharpening you as fast as they can. Show up with the dirtiest hands you can. Show up with the most mistakes in the back of your fucking truck. You will thank me. You won't remember who I am. You'll be back with God. You'll be one again. You'll know everything, and you'll miss that opportunity to dance with mystery. That every day you had a chance, you fucking clung to shit because you wanted to know. And people will know voting is real the same way they'll know COVID is real. They'll know those things. Do you know why they'll know it? Because someone told them. Because someone told them. We have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of stone to sharpen. You're a Freemason. You are. I get it. Oh my God, Freemason! But most of you guys have already fucking left who were on that kick. The rest of you that are still here, I know we just started streaming again, so probably some of you are like, Freeman, what the fuck's wrong with this guy? I get it. I don't need you to stay. I need to sharpen the stones that are still here. And I'm gonna take you fucking down, buddy. Because I know that when I take you down, someone else who's watching, someone else who doesn't have to know something is gonna see how foolish you were for insisting you had the fucking answer. Those are training wheels. Those are braces on your teeth. Anyway.
So you may recall me having said something along the lines of no one gets on board thinking they know something, and that you are the Illuminati, a small group of people who know far more about the way this world works than the people around you, and that this is the collective initiation, as spoken of by Greg Braden. We'll get back to some more of that. This is today. And yeah, I'm still a little butthurt. I made this other video more recently, titled Counterintelligence Propaganda, COINTEL, Pinocchios, and the Truther Community. Referring to James here for telling people that plasma fire is totally normal and beating people over the head who can see something else. But maybe he's got his reasons. Like Jay Dreamers, who I give a pass. Maybe I'll give James here a pass too. And I was a little upset because I had just gotten taken for a ride with this Black Dot craft, and honestly I think Johnny Looks Overhead made an honest mistake. It's hard to imagine how you could have been the one throwing the tennis ball and you can see your dog chasing it, but I think he was honestly mistaken and disappointed when he found out it was just a tennis ball. Anyway, I'm gonna cut it here and ask you guys to leave a comment in the comment section about that music video. And maybe even leave the comments in the music video itself, because it's still only got like 20 comments and no one specifies anything that they think about the message that's being conveyed. But this group, the people that watch this channel and run in these circles, are the kind of people who have an eye for this thing and can see the message that's being conveyed. So just have fun with it. One more thing just to tickle your brain a little bit. This video I made recently titled E.T. Disclosure and the Battle of Armageddon. It may have been this video where I was talking about the National Defense Authorization Act 2024 that had some language in it that included that 6-month amnesty for those that were involved in these top secret government projects to not be charged for the things that they were a part of, to come clean with everything you know for this first 6 months. Well, there was another clock ticking that David Greer spoke of. When David Greer said this is underway, and if the disclosure doesn't happen willingly and voluntarily by the intel agencies and the private corporations that have all that information, they're already on a ticking clock. And if they don't do it, the ETs will. Declassified documents got thrown into that fire as part of the process of that bird going down in flames. So whether or not we afford amnesty to those who were involved and that language was left in the NDAA or not, it appears that we might be on a timeline that isn't determined by the intel agencies and the aerospace industry, but people above them. A higher law. New sheriff in town. Tick tock.